I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer.
LOOT.BET, made for live betting.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the LOOT.BET slash DOTA tournament here from LOOT.BET, of course, the main sponsor. $25,000 on the line here at the end of a very long road. We're starting with a 10-team best of 3 round robin, which translates to about 45 games of DOTA over the next couple of weeks. So, but yeah, of course, our sponsor LOOT.BET, you can check them out. There's a weekly ladder, and you can bet on the side, you can earn points, and then the higher your ranking is, the cooler skins you can grab. So go ahead, check that out if you're so inclined. My name is Dragon Drop, happy to be bringing you some of these games, and also very happy to be joined by my boy, the one, the only, 2 heroes at the same time player, Meeple Spammer, or whatever else you have
The
got
one,
going
the
yourself.
only one.
It is Lizard. How are you doing?
Stop it. Just stop it. Just say lizard. It's enough. I'm doing fine, man. Gonna watch some CIS dotes. Always fun. Ovagenia Hope. Something actually different. Black Archangel, Skitter, LOL Unique. Okay, LOL, Cheshire Cat, and Pikachu. This is some newer stack, I
Yeah.
guess. Haven't seen them before. And on the other side, FlyToMoon has been around. Well, not for really long, but they've been they've been the original Moon Windstrike. But out of that original Windstrike, right now in FlyToMoon, it's only Always Wanna Fly and Iceberg. Those 2 players were in the original stack that became Windstrike from FlyToMoon. And yeah, interesting picks already. Interesting draft. We have the Shadow Demon and Silencer on one side with the Mars, and on the other we have the Rubik Grimstroke Camber combo. Interesting. Nothing really too special coming in the first 3 picks from both of these teams. Just these regular. Well, Silencer isn't too regular, but
Yeah, I was
even
gonna
he
say.
is picked a lot. Yeah.
Beyond that, quite a few heroes that I've also seen quite a bit in recent weeks. I want to ask you about the Shadow Demon, because I'm not convinced that he's super powerful and first pick worthy, even though I've seen him do some pretty good stuff, but it always seems like he's super situational, time and time again.
Nah, like this guy is anything but situational at the moment, to be honest. Like that hero is just ridiculously strong on position 4. Counter picks, counters a lot of offlaners. Plays really well when you need to punish creep skippers, and also is just a beast on the lane. So overall, the hero has been buffed multiple times, and because of that, it's picked. Soul Catcher is
Oh yeah,
ridiculously strong, and his ultimates can deal with many heroes. So
yeah,
yeah, Shadow Demon isn't. You can't really call him situational, but usually you want to have him coupled with some good follow up from his
yeah.
disruption, which they don't have at the moment, but doesn't really mean a whole lot.
Maybe situational was the wrong word, but it's certainly one of these heroes that can be a little bit tough to play from behind, even though, as you said, Soulcatcher, extremely powerful, especially when you're thinking about big tanky strength heroes. And of course, nowadays you see a lot of strength carries picked up. Sven, Lifestealer, Wraith King,
Mm.
very popular. So, and in this game in particular, that's the demonic purge really good against heroes like Ember Spirit. If he doesn't have a remnant out already, deploying a new one will be very hard, and of course you can
Mm.
also instantly get rid of the Flame Guard. Could make a good difference.
Yeah, it's definitely all right already in this game. They don't have still though with that Shadow Demon and Silencer supports. They don't really have a lot of catch for Ember, so they might be looking at something mid that can deal with him really well. Um, some OD maybe. What Dark Willow band?
Oof,
So wait, what? They think this is Silencer mid then for Iceberg, I guess,
I
or
guess, yeah.
even Weaver mid, because Dark Willow ban makes no sense otherwise. Maybe even Mars mid, they're thinking.
Yeah,
We'll see, but I believe these players know better what FlyToMoon is up to than we do, because we don't
10
see a lot of
seconds
FlyToMoon.
remaining.
I did see them in the qualifier when it comes to CIS TI,
5
but
seconds remaining.
I haven't seen anything crazy like Dark Willow mid, or
Radiant
Silencer
team
mids.
pick.
They
Well, they
ban out the
played
Brood.
Dark Willow, they played some Mars, weren't too successful with it, but they also didn't play them together on the same draft. Even though on paper it's a bit of an annoying combo if you think about it. You know, Mars ultimate and then stop the terrorize in there. Everyone just keeps bashing their head against the wall that spears you in your face, which is not really healthy, but it's a little bit
10
finicky, I would imagine.
seconds remaining.
Definitely, you could call it finicky.
Yeah.
We'll see
5
what they.
seconds
I
remaining.
guess they need some midder as their last pick. They banned out the Brood, so
Dire team
let's see
pick.
what they go for.
Oh no.
No, they don't. All right, so it will be either Mars or Silencer mid. Witch Doctor and Shadow Demons should be your supports. So Wajenia Hope, they definitely did know this. They understood that um, one of these heroes is going mid. I
Yeah.
wonder which one is it going to be. I mean, we even saw Shadow Demon played mid by Thompson
10
quite a few
Oh yeah.
times.
seconds
Oh
remaining.
yeah. I'm no stranger to Shadow Demon mid. It's
5
one of these
seconds
things that
remaining.
completely crushes the lane. You get quick levels on the poison, and level 1 poison, even if you stack it up to 5 layers, 5 stacks, it's at least not outright killing you. But level 2, level 3, early on in the game certainly does that to most heroes. But yeah, would probably still make more sense to have the silence in that position with the ambush leader.
Silencer could crush Ember if Ember is
Yeah.
mid. But we don't know that yet. They could still put Ember on the side lane and then put something else mid. That's also very viable for them. Nothing's forcing their hand to put Ember mid. They still have the last pick to decide. And we'll see what they decide to do. Pikachu is usually your Ember, your Storm, your Invoker, your TA. He's not really one of those crazy midders, you know. Also,
Yeah.
Pikachu, if my memory serves me right, is Iceberg's brother.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're
I did not know
brothers.
that.
I think so. I'm not 100%. So chat, don't trust me. Google it. Check
I'm
my
checking.
info.
I'm checking
But
Wikipedia
I'm
right now.
pretty certain he is. Yeah, I'm pretty
Oh, yeah.
certain he is.
They have the same
And they
last name.
hate each other. They hate each other. Mother would only feed Iceberg. She would never feed Pikachu. That's why Iceberg became such a bulky boy and went to box
Yeah,
and
twin
everything.
brothers actually.
Yeah, basically Iceberg is Thor and Pikachu is that other dude.
You
Okay.
may now
That dude no one
select
cares
your
about.
hero.
What's his name now?
I know I'm not into. I'm
The
not
the
into Harry
the
Potter.
bad one, the bad brother. What's his name? Come on, help me out, Dragon Drop.
So Thor was a good one. God.
Odin is the father, Thor is the son, and the other
Yeah.
son is Loki, man. Loki, come on.
Loki. Yeah.
Come on,
Right.
bro.
Right. Right. I had it on the tip of my tongue. I swear.
Yeah. Anyways, Pikachu will be playing the Ember Spirit, and Iceberg will be playing that Silencer. So that's our mid lane. But Skitter is doing something different. We see a Bloodseeker picked up. All right. Definitely is a hero that's very strong versus Weaver. Always
Oh
was.
yeah.
That Rupture messes with him super hard.
Rupture the silence.
Mhm.
Seems
We'll
pretty
see.
damn good if you can get that off the ground.
Yep.
Then I don't know. I kind of like Ovayani's Vayani's. How do you say it?
What?
How do you say their name again?
From
Vayani?
who? From what?
From the team. Uvayani.
Uważenie.
Uvajenia? Okay.
Uważenie.
Well, we
Yeah.
can just call them unique. That's how they're tagged up
Just
on all
call
the
them, yeah,
documents. So
unique, whatever.
it's probably the best way to do it.
Or Hope. Call them Hope.
Hope, yeah.
They have Hope after.
They have like 3 different names apparently.
Yeah.
So. In any case, I do like the lineup a little bit better here. But we'll see how the laning stage goes.
Yeah, they are a newer team though,
Yeah.
while FlyToMoon has been around a little bit longer, but yeah, their lineup is looking solid. This Bloodseeker is a trump card, something that I haven't seen really played a lot recently. But then again, I haven't seen too many silencers mid
Prepare for
recently,
battle.
at least too. And silencer mid definitely is good versus Ember, and having that global silence is good versus Ember. But the issue is when Ember gets 6 and he jumps on you and you don't have that global, suddenly you're just dead. Good luck, have Fervian.
Good luck, have Fervian.
Yeah, that's what that means when F is capital with a dot.
Oh man, this is why I like having you as a co-cast. You have all of this inside information. You know
Yeah,
every
there's
single bit of these like intricate.
I mean, there's this
rivalries
one
and
CIS player he used to, like his nickname is that, and whenever
Yeah.
he'd write "Good luck, have fun," he would put that like it's his nickname or some shit, and everyone would face palm. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
dude, what are you doing? You know, like, but yeah, it's fun. It's fun. All fun in games.
All right.
Oh, Ark has been scouted by Rubik. Oh,
Trying a few right clicks here and there, but it's gonna be a little bit harder to perhaps sneak the rune now. Or at least Rubik
Yeah,
will hang around, try and grab it, even if he goes in this.
yeah, most likely Weaver will just use Sukuchi now at the last few seconds. But he took a lot of damage, yeah, so he's punished, like he's out of here. He can't even go for that. He actually has to be careful now to not take some more damage. You see how they're zoning him. They have a ward on him, so yeah.
It's pretty nice. Just trying to waste a little bit more time. Maybe just getting a
Oh,
few extra right clicks in, force out more region.
he manages to do that. Interestingly enough, they will put Rubik on this bottom lane and not the Archangel Grimstroke, because usually you see like Grimstroke plus Beastmaster on the off lane and Rubik is the one on the safe lane. But yeah, they can do it this way too. It's not really the biggest issue for them.
Is there any change in kill potential just with the Inkswell perhaps up top? As soon as that comes
Yeah,
out?
I think there's definitely more kill potential with Grimstroke on both sides. On the bottom lane, slows plus the boar from like Grimstroke plus boars plus Beastmaster definitely has more kill potential than Rubik plus Beastmaster. But Rubik plus Beastmaster is kind of a more solid lane, let's say, like more stable of a lane. You're going to make them hit less with the Fade Bolt, and that will be better for you.
Cheshire Cat, especially if he can keep his balls alive. If he can't, then that's a lot of golden experience going for the other side, but yes, those available. Always want to fly, might have to be a bit careful. Ark always has Rishkuchi to fall back on, of course.
He just doesn't hit for a whole lot with Fade Bolt on him, minus
Yeah.
20 damage, so
That's pretty
yeah,
good.
on the mid lane, 2 CS by Ember so far, 5 to 5 on Silencer. Silencer is just crushing him in this first few waves. And he also has an extra wave under the tower, so going really well for Iceberg. But it's to be expected, I believe Silencer should be winning this lane early on at least.
Oh yeah. Once the levels come online, maybe gets a little bit different. And Ember also probably a little bit more active hero. He has that extra mobility from level 6, so that's when you sometimes see him go into the side lanes here, try and mix those up a little bit. Silencer doesn't have the same type of speed with which he can do that. Needs
He
someone
does
else to
need
set up
those
for him.
levels though on Ember, so
Yeah.
he needs to get there. He's only level 2 now, while Silencer is 3 and a quarter. So this lane is really easy. On bottom lane, Beast almost falls. He might actually. Oh, one more. He's dead. He's dead.
He has a stealth going. He got a stealth out.
Ah, so close. He survives, but he wasted his port. He has no regen, no salve, and no courier. This is basically game over for him. Cheshire Cat is just done. He has one tango to work with. This is
It's worth giving him
ridiculously
first
difficult.
blood there, if, because right now he basically has to walk back home anyway, doesn't he?
I think like I'm making it look a little bit too bad because there's no regen on the other side too, and Witch Doctor didn't go for Voodoo Restoration.
Yeah.
So because of that, it's not the end of the world. I guess they will recover. They don't have to run back.
Weave also doesn't have a lot of mana, so only one Shikuchi, you need to hold on to that for defensive purposes for the most part, so you can't really dive him. So now the
Exactly.
space region seems to be enough to offset that.
Grimstroke took a lot of damage on top lane too, but he's fine.
Trading back and forth here, Skidder, he had 5 stacks on him earlier, took a whole chunk of his health points, even at level 1 Shadow
Bottom lane
Portal.
Rubik, this might be our first blood. Let's see.
It's kind of low, trying to turn this around, always want to fly. Couple of right clicks here, but he falls first, Cheshire Cat. With a big hit.
They get the first blood.
Easy money.
Easy 3-3-2 gold for Cheshire Cat.
Yeah. It's also annoying how it's 3-3-2, not 3-2-2.
It's good. It's good that he's having top lane.
So Spear there outside of the silent Skidder, still with a follow-up stun flow. Still fighting, gets a nuke out onto the Grimstroke. Will trade his own life for it. Now it's only Slayer, kind of out of mana, has 1 or 2 more poisons on him, but that won't really impress the Bloodseeker with a stick charge.
Oh, mid lane Pikachu
Oh, still very deep. Verify keeps him alive. The last strike click though.
gets him.
Still gets him out.
Easy.
Easy plus
Kills
2.
his own brother. What kind of a person are you, Iceberg? Ruthless.
Oh man,
Ruthless silencer.
twin brothers against each other. Man, that's quite a storyline right there. If this only was a region rune up top, then Iceberg would have just.
I mean, he
did
double
something
damage
to
isn't much
right over
worse
back.
either. With that double damage, he will be able to zone Pikachu. But the problem is Pikachu is positioning himself in such a way that Silencer has to go around completely, so he's wasting a bit of time. But he has the Sal now to work with, and he's a happy little camper back to the mid lane.
Top lane.
Top lane.
Fighting a little bit. Nice little spear away. Always a good counter to the Grimstroke if you can land that. Just completely ignore the Inkswell more or less. Shadow Demon. There's a few more spells in him. Level 2 Shadow Poison now. That tends to hurt. It's also about to be rune time. Pushing Skidder away. 4 stacks, 5 stacks. Spear to the side, onto the tree. This should be a dead hero unless he's fast enough. Extra couple right clicks. Last poison. Not enough. This one not connecting. So he barely makes his way out of there.
Yeah, I think he could have waited for one more poison there, Slayer. He would have gotten him with one more, but yeah, he didn't. He used it a little bit too soon. Does force the Bloodseeker out, but yeah, does not get them the kill.
Both teams just gonna shrine up by the looks of it. Skidder by himself for the most part. I guess Pikachu was also taking advantage.
So which one of these teams has the advantage going into the mid game? On one side you have the Global Silence and the Weaver. On the other you have the Beast and the Ember. I definitely think Hope or Vajenia Hope, they should have the more solid lineup after the laning stage, like stronger. But it depends how their laning stage goes. It has to go a little bit better than it is right now.
Yeah. Beastmaster's getting zone levels, his own farm, which is not really slowing down the Weaver at all. Mid lane, at least Ember Spirit getting a few last hits here and there, but with the death on his conscience. Salsa is half a level ahead. He's certainly winning that matchup. Up top again, speared up the Bloodseeker to a tree. Skidder 4 stacks of poison on him. The stun will slow down flows. He's also not exactly healthy himself. He dies first. Skidder barely survives with a stick charge. The Slayer still around. Pikachu even found himself a haste rune, making a rotation up top. No chains, so just going to be running down from Flame God. Still be a very easy kill, and it is indeed. A long way to offset this mid lane to some extent. Down bottom, bit of back and forth too. Always want to fly with the Voodoo Restoration. Not quite enough. Magnum getting that last hit in, but the bucket nibbling away at his armor. Ark wants him, but he has some stick charges for Shikuchi. Another Gemini attack, another couple normal right clicks should secure this kill, and they will. Cheshire Cat, meanwhile, with a TP out, will be fine at
Iceberg
the
just ported for nothing there, so that's a little bit of a minus in that whole play. As Ember has more space on the mid lane, but at least Slayer is getting some experience because of Iceberg's movements, so it's not too horrible.
This is Bloodseeker doing well enough. I guess with this kill, also last hits alright.
Nah, I mean 28 last it's
Silence,
Ember.
making a play on mid. Couple extra right clicks
He's
here
just
with
dead.
the Shadow Poison. Yeah. Oof.
Yeah, Bloodseeker could be doing a lot better, definitely. It's not the best Bloodseeker game. 30 CS versus 25 of Mars. You'd want to be stronger, but can they turn now? Perhaps he has to be careful on Bloodseeker.
Spells one cooldown though,
Spear.
so
So close.
good
He's actually
recognition.
playing without Blood Rage. He has 0 points in Blood Rage, Skitter. So he can't heal up on this lane. Like he isn't healing with his Blood Rage, which is peculiar. I get.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that this guy is a very good Bloodseeker player, and he must know why that he's doing this build. So we'll see.
It's just a few steps ahead of both of us, I guess. Because normally,
I mean, definitely, I'm not really a huge Bloodseeker spammer, never been. But then again, even if you're 2k, Blood Rage is like the way to go. But maybe some patches happened, or Blood Right latest patch. Mana cost was significantly reduced, cooldown as well.
that's a pretty good way to just deal with the aggression on this top lane.
Bottom lane. What about this aggression? Cheshire Cat?
He's taking a lot of
Oh,
damage here.
he's
Couple
so
extra right
dead.
clicks,
He's
Melting
so
blast
dead.
sticks.
Oh,
Nah, he's
oh.
fine. He's so fine right now.
He's fine. I just baited you. I was just testing.
I did not believe you for a second, Lizard. I know these kind of things. What was that level in Meldic? Level 2, alright, but still. It's not like Burning Spears or something where you still die.
Yeah, he's just countered. Now it's countered by healing. So
Yeah.
if you get to base, you probably won't die as long as the tick doesn't come instantly after. There is an Athos coming up on Silencer, so that catch that I was discussing in the drafting stage, they'll have it on Silencer because he itemized that way. They just need to get it. They need to get to that Atos first. And this is Ember's chance, his opportunity, his one shot at glory, his time to shine before the catch comes. Perhaps he could make some stuff happen. Right now, the only thing he's making happen is he's making these creeps cry in the jungle. He's killing them.
Still doesn't have his face boot, so they're gonna need to try and secure a few bounty runes perhaps to jumpstart him on that. But other Embers
lane.
halfway to the drums by this point. Always on Fly, rotating up here to maybe get a kill, but certainly secure both those bounties up top. Looks like a 2-for-2 trade in the making.
Structures are fortified.
2 bounties top for Radiant, 2 bounties bottom for Dire.
Radiant are scared.
That's
Is
it.
there the tower push brewing from this? I mean, Skidder rotated down to the other side of the map, so normally it means...
I mean,
take
this is what I was saying. After the laning stage, well, this is still the laning stage, but after the initial laning stage is over, you have bigger pressure power from Vajanya Hope. Like, they can pressure towers a little bit easier. You have the Beastmaster and the Bloodseeker, and then Ember is really strong at the moment. He doesn't need phase boots even. He's level 8. The only thing this guy needs is levels. And he's already very difficult to deal with, so... And dishes out a lot of damage.
Dire's structures are fortified.
He's taking some space in the jungle right now. The rest of his team, they are working on his tier 1 bottom.
Yeah, and they're doing it really fast. They already took it. Vlad's should be completed soon on the Beastmaster as well, I believe. And then he can just continue doing this. Pressure the tier 2 bottom, then pressure the tier 1 mid. They want to fight as much as possible. Also, this Bloodseeker did buy a Midas, which doesn't really go hand in hand with their pushing strategy. But it doesn't really matter a whole lot. With that, Midas Bloodseeker still can contribute to the team fights. Just some Rupture and Blood Right is there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not moving top here to try and stop this tower push, so
No, I
it
think
will
they'll
be
go
a
mid.
delayed trade.
You don't go top to defend. It's strategically it's bad because you're running into a bad position, which is most likely warded by them. If you run behind them or behind your tower, if you run behind them, it's bad because they have a tier 1 there, which is very close. So it means someone can pincer you. And if you run from behind your tower, most likely you'll be scouted because people usually ward up those places.
Well, and
You
as
go
you
for
said,
mid instead.
that's where they're hanging around. Beastmaster trying to hide inside the trees for the time being, but I suppose reveal the fact that he's there. He can always just threaten with a roar. So can you actually engage into this if you FlyToMoon right now? I mean, you have Global Silence, you have Arena. It's not the safest push in the world, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. When you have global, when they have global, pushing is always scary. You have to reconsider it.
Yeah,
There's the
this Global
global.
Silence trying to prevent the Ember perhaps, but also making a play on the Beastmaster. It's a lot of damage going for him here. Ark will finish the job most likely here with the Witch Doctor throwing out that ultimate. Mas, well, Arena not gonna hold too many. Skidder will be able to make his way out of there after finishing up. Always want to fly now. The root
Pikachu
on
is caught
Pikachu
as
does
well.
not have the remnant out.
Hello, this is Gabe Newell.
Yeah,
Thanks
some
for
mistakes
Disaster
have been made.
strikes.
double kill.
Only the Witch Doctor dies for Radiant, and yeah, when they have global, this is always a danger. But from now on, Vajanya Hope will be looking to fight them again. Like, you don't care. You lost the fight, but it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Oh my god,
The weave
Ark
up
is
top.
slowing them.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Finds a small little Rubik. Couldn't quite steal Shikuchi apparently, so unfortunate for him.
Also, Beastmaster has been scouted out on mid lane. He was trying to set stuff up. He was hiding behind the trees, but they see him. They're like, listen, you're a bit too fat to hide behind that little tree. We see your axes. Get out of here. They find him and they stop pushing. They go back. And basically, FlyToMoon strategy is global, fight, 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 wait for global, then fight again.
Yeah.
That's it. They don't have to rush teams.
So far it's working out quite nicely. 3k gold advantage overall. A lot of that is concentrated on these heroes, on these cores that really feel comfortable when they're ahead. Like the Weaver sitting at almost 7k. Silencer also not too far away. 8 stacks of intelligence stolen. I believe 6 of those alone from the Ember Spirit.
Yeah. And he's level 12, by the way, so has really high levels too. I think that's really big.
Radiant's bottom tower is
That's
under
really
attack.
big, the fact that he's high leveled. Then again, even though they're 3k ahead, you have to look at the items that they've got. Iceberg's items are basically fight and kill. That's it, like catch and kill.
Radiant's
While
bottom
Weaver
tower is under attack.
does have Maelstrom that will allow him to farm, but doesn't farm super well. While on the other hand, you have Bloodseeker with Midas. So.
Yeah.
Skitter
Still
though.
forced to fight, but now the spear was already used, so that's on cooldown. Can just juke around a little bit inside the arena, but now the global silence to follow up. Also on the fly, died somewhere else, but Skitter still alive, but not too much longer. The Maelstrom proc finishes him off. Ember Spirit Pikachu trying to do what he can, but Ark still trying to chase him down. One more proc, one more click. No, not gonna go for it. Time lapse back to safety.
Dire's middle
At the
tower
same time,
is under
Iceberg
attack.
was fighting them in their own jungle, and
wow.
he got a kill on Cheshire Cat. He was basically fighting Cheshire Cat and 2 supports, but he still came out on top with that global silence. They just couldn't fight him. He's moving very close towards that Blink Dagger. 1900 gold on him. Should have it in 300 gold.
Tier 1 mid also goes down with their own still very healthy, so the strategic advantage for FlyToMoon.
Oh, certainly. They only lost the tier 1 on the bottom lane, so they're feeling really good considering they're playing versus Ember Beast and Bloodseeker. They definitely forced the proper fights. They forced the fights in proper areas, and also they forced them in the right time every time they have global. But that's not them forcing, that's Uvajenia Hope not forcing, actually.
Yep.
Like, they should be hunting them right now. You have Roar, you have Ember, you have Bloodseeker. You should be trying to find plays before that global is back up.
Got another minute, but maybe they've been stumped a little bit, maybe a little bit too fearful. Because they've gotten their asses kicked for the most part the last couple of times they fought.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Well, smoke up actually from Iceberg and always want to fly. Rotating in to maybe catch somebody alone. Cheshire Cat could be the target, but yeah, there's not much else happening here. Gets a haste rune. But Chikuchi available for Rubik, so he's not in any trouble at all.
Yeah, he's just fine.
So far, so good.
Silencer might find a beast here. Or beast might find him, we'll see. He doesn't know about always wanna fly. Oh, well, now he does.
Smoke breaks,
And-
just walks right in. He finds Cheshire Cat. Cass bouncing back and forth here. The ultimate. He gets quite a few hits off before the Raw stops him. He's healed up, but now more and more heroes rotating in after they can get Iceberg here. This would be big indeed, and I don't really see him surviving this one. Follow-up stun, Skitter clicking away slowly but surely. Iceberg doing a decent amount of damage back, but it's just too much now. Flow with the arena. Spears one hero, kills the other. Bloodseeker, very, very low indeed, but that does have help for Pikachu. And now Flow out of tricks. Gonna be right-click down eventually here, you would think. Skitter. Not the one to get last hit, Pikachu claims.
That's finally the well-executed fight when it comes to Uvajenia Hope. It's not only well-executed fight, they fought it almost flawlessly, but the thing is, when they fought before the global was up, and they surrounded the Silencer first and they killed him.
Radiant's bottom tower
And that's
is
it,
under
they need to
attack.
be as aggressive as possible when he has no, but right now, after they take the tier 2, they need to run.
Radiant's
Pikachu, he
bottom
can be
tower
caught
has
here by the
fallen.
global easily.
He is running, but he's running forward. Not sure if
Well,
that's what you had in mind.
I'm
Always
not
want to
sure
fly
if that's
there.
the right idea, but we'll see. He has Remnant
That's
behind,
close,
so.
yeah. Oh, but there's also people behind him here. Slayer, Ark. Looking for the interception. Iceberg is right there as well. Pikachu.
Has Blink, has Atos as well, just needs to see him.
Oof, Remnant off the high ground. He outmaneuvered them for the time being. Ark is chasing, but even if he can catch him,
There's no
to
way.
actually
He has
stop
drums phases, they won't catch this, I believe. Maybe with the Blink from Silencer, but even then,
Radiant's
very
middle
unlikely.
tower is under
Iceberg
attack.
was... Like, he spared his brother there. He could have blinked on him or attacked him. Instead, he was attacking creeps a little bit. Lane creeps, that is, so...
Yep.
Misclick here and there. But overall, that's it. Like, that's what they have to do. They have to hunt them right now. That's their game plan. It's all about execution and who executes their strategy a bit better than the other team. As long as they have global, they should be hunting. They should be looking for fights. The moment they lose that global, Vajenia Unique will be looking at fighting them instead. And that all changes once BKBs and Mantas are up. But no one is actually queuing it up just yet on Vajenia Hope. So there's a long time in which that global will be very effective.
Smoking going
Always
at
wanna
each other
fly.
here. Deep blood right here to try and zone the rest of them away. Looks like we're just gonna let Always Wanna Fly go, but not so fine. Now Shadow Demon, Slayer. There's a bit of work here with the Soul Catcher, but There's no follow-up. That does not mean anything at all, really.
Yeah, the blink dagger from Mars saves him.
Freshly picked up as well.
Yeah, he just got it. But yeah, they take a really good fight because Always Wanna Fly and Shadow Demon. Well, Shadow Demon wasn't out of position. Always Wanna Fly was. They punish him for that, and now they're actually the ones taking on objective, even though they're playing into a global. They're not really afraid as they took the 2 supports. These small victories mean
They'll
a
be
lot.
afraid now. There it is. Blink Dagger from Claw Arena and a spear up the Ember Spear. He's low on mana anyway. Global Silence still comes out to ensure the kill and perhaps another one overall, like Archangel. Goodbye, my friend Iceberg. Another +2. Wasn't rage for the other kill, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Just a bit
another +2, and he has 120 gold per minute talent on level 15. So he will be getting a lot of items from now on. I'm interested. He's going for Aghanim's. Aghanim's on Silencer lets you pierce with glaives through BKB.
You also
But
do a lot
is
more
there-
damage against silence targets.
Yeah, that's true. All right,
Would you
I can get
rather see
behind that.
defense
yeah.
fight him? Or are they still going to be fighting with the global if they fight around that?
Well, no one is buying the BKB or Manta or something like that, so that global will be very effective even in the next couple of minutes, and he also has the Aegis to work with, so yeah, you can go for something aggressive as Aghanim, sure, why not? I think I still love, like, he at least has Blink Dagger, and I guess that's enough mobility for a player of such a high caliber as Iceberg. He'll be able to maneuver around them and just position himself in the right position to not die. But they did kill him once already, so we'll see.
Flow. They find him Sandstorm on the other side. They lift him up. They roar. He's kind of tanky, and now they're trying to turn this around. The spear catches one. Shadow Demon in the side, caught inside the arena. Flow still not dead just yet. They're all bashed together by the cast. The ultimate from Always Wanna Fly. Going ham. 3-for-1 exchange so far. Bignum. Nothing left to cancel that teleport, but what the hell? They got Cheshire instead. As he was trying to escape. 4-for-1. And it seems like every single time they have a global, they win a fight decisively.
Yep,
And
it's
if
just
they
that
don't,
that
it's
simple
goes the
for
other
them.
way, yeah.
If they use the global, they just win fights if they want to fight. And that's why you see the Ember already picking up the BKB. I'm surprised they didn't go for these items earlier. If you click on the Bloodseeker, you can see that he's queuing up an Aghanims. That's also a surprise for me. I expected him to be going for BKB as well, or even Manta after the Radiance.
These
but
fights, they're kind of happening in one small area. Like, they're not
Yep.
running around all that much, not running away from you. So 2 ruptures, not necessarily going to be better than 1 rupture. If you're playing from behind like this. Or like if you are caught in these kind of situations over and over. Yeah.
Yeah. So far, very good performance by FlyToMoon. 2K ahead. They definitely are not completely in the clear at the moment. They aren't completely winning this game, but they're in a more comfortable position, let's put it that way, than Vajenia is, and these items that they've got have done wonders for them. Weaver has that Lincoln's too, so roaring him is problem. Also, just rupturing him is definitely a problem.
Make things a lot harder to deal with. There's still a question of high ground. Is that something
Yeah,
that Unique can just fall back on and just have a good defensive position?
I think so, because objective taking when it comes to FlyToMoon isn't really great. It's much easier to push if you are Vajenia Unique because you have the Beastmaster. On the other hand, Always Wanna Fly with Voodoo Restoration will help you a bit, so you have that going for you. Arc hitting the towers while
Okay, Glow Silence, Iceberg blinks forward. Goodbye, Bignum.
Yeah, but I don't know about that.
That was just a support, and he buys back, sure, but that's a Rubik in exchange
He
for a
didn't use
global.
anything after the global as well. He has to be careful. Rubik can steal it. I'm pretty certain he didn't use Arcane Curse or Last Word after.
Yeah.
If I was Rubik, I would run right now and try to steal it. Maybe he did use the Last Word on Rubik. I didn't see it, but I think he did.
Oh, then again, there's also danger even if you run in, if you steal a global. You'd have to use it immediately and try and take a fight. Well, he might just die again himself.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it's,
You need to see him. That's all.
it's no mobility yet on Rubik. Kind of hard to make happen here if you don't get a lot of gold. You get a lot of assists.
Yeah, just the Atter lens for now. Gives you some, well, gives you a lot of range, but still you need to see him. Yeah. That's like global silence used to kill the Rubik, and he does buyback, but then again, you don't take an objective. Your Aegis is ticking down. You have 40 more seconds on it. After those 40 seconds are done, um, Dire will most certainly be looking at fighting them. The only problem is runes will spawn earlier, and that might bait them into fighting an Aegis, and it will.
Hanging around, Slayer walking in the arena, catches a couple people here, Flo caught in the middle, but looks like Skitter not quite there just yet. The Roar controlling him up, but Stanford from the high ground, going hands one, that's two for one trade. Only Slayer going down, Iceberg still working away at the Grimstroke here on the side, just needs a little bit of extra vision, but hey, plenty of mobility between the rest of them to get that sweet, sweet +2 on top of it.
And that's how easily he gets that sweet +2 and how easily they finish that whole fight. They're still hunting Pikachu on the top lane while Weaver is hunting on his own. He sees Rubik now, but he chills out, settles for the creeps and the outpush of the wave because they will be looking at that tier 2 on the top lane in any second now.
Dire's middle tower
tier
is
2
under
in mid.
attack.
Cool thing
Tier
is, there
2
was a
mid.
fight without the global silence. It was just the Mars Arena, which is relatively low cooldown right now. As speaking of Mars, Flo's been gone and they want him. They're doing a lot of damage to the spear from Rubik, setting him up for Pikachu to knock down with that BKB. Not all that they can do against him. So with the chains, they also kill off. Always want to fly. Can they find more? Doesn't look like it, Ark.
Yeah. They could have
Pikachu stay safe.
maybe decided to use the global there because he popped a BKB early on. You still silence him with that global if you use it after. But they just decide to cut their losses, go back. After all, even if they global, they most likely use both the Witch Doctor and Mars anyway, so. Running back and saving your big spells to fight another day is good.
Oh, they tried to roll, but they lost vision. Now the global silence turns around. Iceberg just going crazy here. It's one down, two down with that Agnum Scepter doing ridiculous amount of damage. That attempt from Unique, that just backfired immediately and super freaking explosively.
Wasn't really quick on the trigger there. Sees the silencer, doesn't roar him, instantly gets punished.
It was winding up, but yeah, it was a little bit late on the click. Oof, that is the exact opposite of what you want. More momentum being built for FlyToMoon. Now, top lane still being pushed out by Ark, so they can rotate in on that.
5k ahead now, FlyToMoon, so they're getting they're getting ahead. It's still not a huge difference, but mostly because this Bloodseeker has a relic Radiance, a Radiance and a Midas, so he farms extremely fast, and you have an Ember that's able to split push and
Dire's top tower
clear
is
waves without actually being afraid of being picked off.
They can farm, but the fighting effectiveness seems a little bit weak right now. I mean, Radiant's
Yeah.
really good in like long duration fights, but they're not really finding those right now.
They most certainly aren't, because Silencer just blows you up in a matter of seconds. Now he has a Hex as well. Blink Hex for that Ember will come
Dire's top tower
very
is under
in
attack.
handy for the Silencer.
Iceberg's
Has level
freaking
20
down.
as well, plus 125 range. Can go for a Pike or something similar too.
Couple of seconds, then we'll find out when Roshan will be back, and it seems probable that this is the next target. It's only what the Book of Dota prescribes, you know, get the tier 2s, wait for the next Roshan,
Dire's top tower
and then
is
try and
under
make it play for
attack.
high ground one way or the other.
Yeah, if you are FlyToMoon waiting for that rush,
Instant
and
respawn.
just you don't even have to kill it, as long as you force Wojenia Unique to come and fight you around the rush bit. I think you're happy with that too. But Silencer dishes out so much damage. Let's see. Yeah, look at that pure damage. He's really strong in the pit.
64 pure damage to be exact, plus 219 with the now talisman at least, not 213. Normal right click damage on top of it. So yes. pretty damn strong, but now Global Silence here turning this around. The cat's bouncing back towards Ember Spirit here. Pikachu
He's
dies with the BKB on cooldown too, so he can buy back, but he doesn't have the defensive utility. He messed up. Now that arena, not sure what that was about, but hey, another blink across. Iceberg on
Look
the
at
low
that.
ground. Not exactly where he wants it to be. I think he's kind of stuck.
Yeah.
Certainly can't really chase down any more heroes.
Yeah.
No global,
Sadly,
but
he
does have
was.
the Aegis, and Slayer catches someone else in the banishment. Black Archangel. Glimmer Cape TP, yeah. Nice, neat idea, but impossible
Bottom,
to
can
pull
they get
off.
more? That's the Ember Spirit that just bought back, but he does run away to his high ground, and that's where he has to be if he wants to defend. As they will come right now. They have cheese, they have Aegis. No reason besides that Beastmaster to go back.
They don't have any ultimates though, so if you actually want to fight, you might want to wait a little bit at least.
You can wait a bit, perhaps take the bounties first, out push bottom lane, then go and fight again.
Nice Region Rune as well for the Weaver. Want it? Okay. We use it for the mana, but
That's a Beastmaster for the Silencer.
yeah.
Another easy +2, 36 intelligence. Overall has what? Has 200 intelligence at the moment.
Scaling. Yeah, 200 intelligence. So 85%.
He has a big
goes-
forehead at the moment.
Yeah. Very big brain, galaxy brain level right here. So and if someone's silenced, you get 100% extra. So it's basically double, triple damage.
Yeah.
Something like that. And everything's back available again, so you can try to make a play. If you can catch Pikachu again this game, I don't want to say it's over immediately, but it's getting pretty close.
I mean, this Silencer just destroys any single core right now on the side of Virginia Unique. They missed their timings, I believe. They didn't take a couple of fights when Global was down, and now they can't fight even when the Global is down. It's very problematic. The Aglim's on Bloodseeker isn't there yet, I believe, too. Yeah, he has 3.7k gold. He's probably saving up to have the buyback for the high ground defense, but he's just they're all just creeps to the Silencer. He can eat them.
Well, at least they have quite a bit of outspam here between Slide of Fist, the Blood Ray, Fate Bolt, and everything. Might be hard to actually get a wave up on the high ground unless you want to use a glyph, which is not available for quite a while on the Raiden side.
They just need vision. That's all they need. They need vision so that the Silencer can attack with his high range. He could do exactly that. He has like what, 725 or something similar. Oh, he doesn't really push super fast. Yeah, he doesn't really push super fast, but he pushes fast enough. He can take he can do chip damage to the towers and then take them down on his own. But most likely your plan is to get the pick up. Move across the map, find some pick-offs. After you find some pick-offs, then go and proceed to push up the high ground. But this is basically a point in the game in which teams is just very irritated. They have everything they need. They're controlling the map, but they can't push high ground. And they need to find a way how.
Dota's not a game where you can just bash your head against a table and get away without any bumps and bruises on your forehead, which basically means that you can still lose your entire team if you just run up the high ground into...
Yeah, there's a Glimmer Cape on the Silencer. He's ported bottom, has Blink. Oh.
Link away
Oh.
into TP.
Oh.
He sees him!
Oh.
Oh.
No, he doesn't.
That doesn't give vision.
Yeah, he doesn't, sadly.
Unfortunately.
Sadly for Silencer.
He gets the boss though. Easy money.
Easy money, and he gets to outpush this lane, and he gets to force the Beastmaster back, so... Not too horrible, not too shabby, pretty good.
They smoke up and they catch the Weaver. Instant time lapse into safety.
He has Aghanim on Weaver as well, so... I mean, I respect it in a way, because you want to save your Silencer in these fights if they jump him. Then again, I would really like to see a very tanky core Weaver, not this core/utility one. I'd rather see a Weaver that can actually like dish out a ton of damage and survive through every single engagement. Because Silencer is a hero that can win you a game, and he's winning it for them right now, definitely. He's just solo carrying. But it's also a hero that falls off very easily. luckily for them, they don't really have any heroes that get on top of them besides Ember super easily.
Yeah.
And that Ember right now is so far behind that he isn't really too much of an issue.
And then you also have some pretty decent front line in the Mars. You control up the flow of the fight quite well, no pun intended. Because his name is
just
Flo.
has been
You get
picked
it?
up. Yeah, I got it. I
Okay.
just didn't want to
Just making sure.
comment on it. You said no pun intended, and I'm like, all right. I won't flame you then, I guess. You defended yourself.
It's just something you say. Doesn't actually mean that it's not intended.
Yeah.
Oh, Archangel trying to ward. Yeah, it's not gonna last for long, is it?
Oh,
Ooh,
but
it
he
was up
saw
top.
him.
Ouch!
Saw him. Like he just didn't understand what his range is. That's all. But he definitely saw Iceberg. He had a hawk there protecting him. They weren't smoked.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
well.
dead now. He does have buyback to work with. Buyback status in general looking alright.
Bottom lane.
Dice side. Side's coming through here. Blood rights. Connecting so many heroes here. Flow though in the middle with the arena linked together. Don't really care too much about that, but looks like Ember's good. On his way out now. The cast starting to bounce a little bit. The spear not connecting here. Black Archangel. Well, that draw is only slowing down the Witch Doctor and canceling his own ultimate, but they've already lost. The Bloodseeker also gonna lose.
Bloodseeker just died
Grimstroke
to support, like
no.
to Witch Doctors. So
It's not
I don't
ideal. They're
even
not even
know.
done yet. Cheshire just ball back. And he died back here. Skidder returning into the fight. It was, I think, a stolen arena. I'm actually catching him though,
Dire's
so
middle tower is under attack.
now the rest of FlyToMoon working away at the mid-tier 3 tower. They have 2 catapults. They also have Iceberg. Global Silence going forward, doing so much damage.
that's a dieback. That's game. This is
3-shotting
game.
people.
This is GG.
Diebacks around. GG well played is called FlyToMoon. Well, they're flying to a victory in game number 1 at least.
Dire's middle radiant
Pressing all their buttons to celebrate.
Yeah, very simple game from them. Very well executed. I don't feel that they were truly pressured or tested in this game at all by Uvozhenie, but Uvozhenie, they are a little bit of a newer team.
Yep.
Perhaps they need to think about uh, what composition of heroes really suits them the best and change some things. I don't think I've felt this Bloodseeker in the game at all.
Yeah, it's...
And I think some other hero, like something else, some natural Manta builder would be much stronger for them because they knew that this silencer is a core, because they have a spy in their team and also because they banned out Dark Willow in the last pick, so they knew
Yeah.
exactly what core they will play. FlyToMoon, that is. So they should have picked a carry that's good against that. Instead, they go with the Bloodseeker and he's insignificant the whole game. Can we see the graphs and the damage or scoreboard or something from
can
Skitter?
indeed.
Skitter 10,000 damage. It's like Rubik has 10,000 damage and Skitter has 10,000
Yeah.
damage. That's just bad.
Pikachu only slightly more, but has even casted Rupture once this game. I feel like we haven't seen
I didn't
that
see
at
it.
all.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, on paper, it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, you've got Rupture with Grimstroke too, double Roar potentially. Like this is a lineup that can work, but the game needs to go a lot different here. They need to be ahead. They need to be the one just running around, winning these earlier skirmishes, but they never did. Certainly when they fought into the Global Silence, they had this one team fight that they were doing well in, but ultimately that is not enough. So, FlyToMoon up 1-0 in this best of 3 series. We're gonna take a short break, but we'll be back with game number 2. See how that one goes soon. Stay tuned.
radiant victory.
LOOT.BET. Made for live betting. LOOT.BET. Made for live betting.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're here in game number 2, but before we head into the draft, quick message from our sponsor, LOOT.BET. If you're a betting man, you can double your winnings or at least your deposit. If you enter the code LEAK, your first deposit will be doubled up to 200 euros. So go ahead and check that out.
200 euros?
Yeah, it's a lot of money, you know.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus, indeed.
10 seconds remaining.
But hey, what can you do? What can you do? You gotta have 200 euros first to be able to double it, though.
5 seconds remaining.
That's crazy.
It's kind of a big problem for some people.
Can't
Certainly us
believe what I'm
casters.
hearing. It's a lot of money.
Maybe we should let you do the sellout in the future.
Give
Much
me
better
the
at it.
$200 euros, Canadian dollars right now.
Well, as long as it's
Well-
not Zimbabwean dollars or whatever that is.
Mm.
It's one currency that's worth
Well-
literally nothing. But hey, game number 1, FlyToMoon, looked pretty good.
Radiant
Very
team
good
back.
game, no real big mistakes that Unique could take advantage of.
Dire
But game
team
number
back.
2, maybe a little bit different. Lich and Mars, though, still being picked up by FlyToMoon. Spiritbreaker and Lifestealer, the Rage Train, ready to go. I'm hyped for that.
I just clicked on update Discord.
What? Oh,
I just
that is perhaps not the best thing to do in the middle of a Dota castle, is it?
it happens. I don't know. Do you ever have that? There's like a green arrow and it's like green and it's there, and I just want to click it, and I wasn't even thinking.
Radiant
It just
team
felt
back.
like I needed to click it. You know, it's
I'm-
like when you level up and you want to get a skill upgraded or something. You know, you just want to use it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm pretty
shiny.
sure that's just something for a crazy person.
No, it's not. It's shiny. It's
Oh, so then
it's
it's one
luring
of
you.
these things that grabs your attention like a child's toy, you know?
Exactly.
10
I'm a
seconds
child.
remaining.
I get easily distracted. Anyways, yeah, the
seconds
weather is
remaining.
nice, but Spears Breaker and Lifestealer are something different from Virginia Hope.
Yeah.
I mean, not super different. They had a really aggressive lineup last game. They didn't really manage to win with it. This time they have the Bara and the Lifestealer. That's also pretty
Dire
strong.
team back.
Nyx is considered one of those heroes that's
Dire
decent
team
versus the Mars on the lane
Radiant
as well.
team
So you
pick.
have that. But on the other side, we have Lich and Omni Knight. All right, and the Mars. So, by the way, I've been hanging around Trent so much that Mars. I don't say Mars like Bosnian or
What?
Slavic, or I just say Mars.
Wow.
So like Mars. Mars.
You
like
turning into a
Canadian.
Canadian now?
10
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
I don't mind it though. Like I just, I'm not trying to say it that way.
5 seconds
Just
remaining.
Morse.
You know, Morse is actually like slang for ass in German, in some German dialects.
In German,
Yeah.
really?
It's like it's not like bad word per se, but it's like
It's like a
it is
nice
slang.
ass. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I
Morse
mean,
is, yeah,
Morse.
something that my
Okay.
mom always used to say. It's not like sexual
Your
or anything.
mom.
It's not sexual or anything. Just
It's not
just a
sexual. It's like
dialect word.
Okay, I get
Was
it. I get it.
MORS or something
Like
like
you're behind or
that. Yeah,
something.
yeah, something like that.
All right. Okay. Omni Knight, like a hero that's just crazy strong, has been nerfed a bit in this latest patch, so we'll see how good he still is. But I believe he's quite all right. Good versus Lifestealer as well.
Yeah.
As that global, that's pretty legit. Uh, I guess this is well. I actually don't know where this Omni Knight is going to go because usually, if he's a support, he is your position 5.
Yeah.
But now you have a Lich, and you want the Lich to be position 5. So I guess Omni Knight is either going to be 4
Dire
or
team
he's going
pick.
mid. And seeing that Silencer mid from the last game, I wouldn't be surprised that Omni is mid again. But Rubik is really good versus Omni. Anything you steal from him is just so legit, and I like the way they started their.
Radiant team
Alright,
pick.
mechanics question for you.
Yep.
If Rubik steals Heavenly Grace, puts it on Spirit Breaker, and you also presses Bulldoze, can you even stun him at all?
I already
Dire team
like
back.
lost you. What is your question?
Alright, so Rubik steals Heavenly Grace from Omni Knight. The status
Okay.
resistance, right? 50%. Spirit
Yeah.
Breaker has Bulldoze, which also gives you like 70% status resistance at max level.
Yeah.
Do you get stunned at all? If you have
I
both of
guess
those on
you
you.
I guess you get stunned a bit, but you instantly get out of
Yeah.
it, I guess. It's just like it cancels your channeling, whatever you
10
have, but
seconds remaining.
you're instantly free.
Yeah.
Yeah. On one side we have
5
Omni Knight and
seconds
Slark, which is
remaining.
really strong. On the other we have an OD. OD is one of those heroes that's alright versus Omni, I guess, but also is really good with Omni. So taking that OD away from Omni and Slark team is
Radiant
pretty
team
smart.
ban.
Smart, more.
Smart.
I'm a Canadian. I'm done.
Boys.
I'm done. I lost my Slavic accent. I guess it's still there. I'm just
And do you want to bagel?
delusional. Enchantress
Bagel for
band.
breakfast.
Bagel.
A bagel.
A bagel. Yeah. Nah.
10
What do we have
seconds
though?
remaining.
Enchantress banned out by FlyToMoon, a hero that's like super popular at the
5
moment.
seconds remaining.
I can see that it's a good idea to ban it out.
Radiant team pick.
So still looking for that offlaner. What do you pick up
Um,
first? Can they go for some sort of weird aggro lane or?
no, I mean usually I think they will just send Rubik +1 again. Or actually, maybe Spirit Breaker +1. Spirit Breaker plus Lifestealer is kind of weak, so
10
most
seconds
likely
remaining.
Spirit Breaker, and they can get something else versus Lark, something
5
that
seconds
is strong
remaining.
versus him in the lane. But what's like that? Let's see. Centaur has been banned out. Darkseer has been banned out. LC is in the pool, but it's versus Omni Knight versus Lich. Beast is still in the pool, right? So they could still go
Yeah.
back to the same old lane. Beast is good with Lifestealer and OD, helps
Dire
them with some
team
push
pick.
as well.
Pangolier.
But they just lost with Beast, so they're like, let's go pick something else. I would like to see Beast this game, actually. I wouldn't mind it at all. Yeah, you have Omni Knight versus you, but it fits your lineup completely.
Choose your
Okay.
hero.
Pagna coming out, so
Yeah, this is your
It's-
counter to the Pikachu OD.
yeah.
It's also good versus Lifestealer, but usually you pick Pagna because the hero should theoretically crush OD. But man, I've seen so many games in which Pagna just does not deliver. It's on paper, and like long time ago, it used to be so strong versus OD. But if you fall off, suddenly OD has BKB, he blows you up and your whole team
Yeah.
super easily.
Well, we'll see how this one goes. Iceberg versus Pikachu. The brothers once again pitted against each other in the mid lane. Cheshire can tangle there. It's his type of hero, you know. Like he used to be.
There's a lot of Cheshire Cats types. Like
Yeah.
he plays a lot of offlanes. So
I remember, like, I casted this guy since I started casting many years ago, and
Yeah.
back then it was like Nature's Prophet. He played very actively, but mostly they're known for the Clockwork, I believe. That was one of his big ones.
he played Brood a lot as well. I think that was his most
Yeah.
popular hero always. Brood Mother Cheshire Cat.
Yep.
He always failed with it, but everyone was banning it because he's a Brood spammer.
Well, so Pangolier suddenly in that same kind of vein, and you can't swashbuckle out of pounds though, can you?
Yeah, you can't. You're leashed, so
Yeah.
isn't really the best Pango lane too. But you can disarm the Slark, I guess, and
Yep.
you can dish out a lot of damage to him. By the way, Slayer is playing the Lich, and who's their other support? What's his nickname? I forgot.
Always want to fly.
Always wanna fly. Right. So the thing is, Slayer is always position 4. Always wanna fly is almost always position 5.
Yeah.
I think. Don't Google
Yeah,
this, guys.
no,
Google.
I'm agreeing with you there. Like, I always lovingly call him Always Want to Die because he's playing 5 or sometimes 6 position support.
Yeah, you see, Lich has two mental of intelligence. Like that's not what you have if you're playing a position 5 Lich.
Alright, game number 2, if you guys are just tuning in, this is the LOOT.BET/DOTA tournament. I didn't come up with a name, don't sue me please, but very first game out of about 45 best of 3 series here in the group stage alone. 10 team round robin will do that to you. FlyToMoon off to a good start, getting some points on the board. Cheshire Cat flicking up against each other, but the Temple Grace should help you trade a little bit, but not necessarily against 3 heroes. A charge coming forward, no bash, no extra support, and forcing the Swashbuckler down to the low ground.
30 seconds to battle.
So quite a bit of right clicks exchanged already. And Arky once more, I mean, he's just relying on the power of the Essence Shift in these early right click battles.
Yeah, he's just here. I mean, it's 3 of them, so with the Lich and with the Essence Shifts early on, you're really strong. Always want to fly fighting Black Archangel on the other side, but he has charge, so he should get this bounty, unless he fails.
Times it right. And he doesn't.
He did. He got it, right?
Yeah, he doesn't fail.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't fail. He doesn't fail. He did fail with the fact that he took charge level 1, though. But yeah, I mean, some players they pick charge. Some players they go with the bash. I usually go with the bash level 1. But he's taking a lot of damage. He might be dead here.
Well, there's a charge. He's still super freaking slow, so yep. It works a little bit different nowadays.
Exactly. He did get a bounty, but didn't really matter way too much as he did manage to die. And now Lich, mission accomplished, goes to the bottom lane to help out his Mars versus Skitter's Lifestealer. Overall, I'm not super happy that he went away from top lane. I guess Lark does need levels, definitely. He wants to get that 6 as soon as possible, but yeah, I mean, let me just do this. And Lich has an Iron Branch.
Wow.
Alright, yeah. He's charged though.
It's not just one, he has 3 different ones, so plenty of regen if he wants to use some of those for with the tangos. Now it's 2 melee heroes against the Lich and the Mars. Shouldn't be the worst thing in the world for FlyToMoon, shouldn't it?
No, I think this lane should be not too hard for them. Skitter on his Nyx is really good. He's one of the first players that started the Radiance and Solar Crest build, by the way, on that guy.
Yep.
I remember a long time ago, it was definitely him. We'll see how well he'll do in this game. He's going for the Armlet build. Can't blame him, he has the OD. They need some... Radiance is decent versus the Pugna and the Slark, but getting that Armlet perhaps would be a bit smarter this game.
Yep. Well, let's see if he doesn't change his preferences later down the line. Kind of also depends a little bit on how the game goes and how active you feel like you need to be.
Yeah, that's all. It's all about him and OD and their own preferences. Sometimes you want the OD to be that like super scaling late game hitter, right? Sometimes you want him to do a lot of work in the mid game.
Yep.
In this game, because you're countered by Pugna a little bit, perhaps you want the OD to be the one that creates space and Nyx the one that scales super well.
Yep.
But both of these heroes suffer a lot versus Lark, so... Well, OD can blow him up, but it can go kind of both ways once he gets that basher. And, yeah.
Might even have to go for a Hurricane Pike, any sort of 4 staff to help out against the pounce.
Yep. Force is definitely a good item for both teams here. On one side versus the Slark, it's good. On the other, it's good versus the Nyx.
Yep.
So it should be an item that we see on both sides. If these supports don't greed out. Which they usually do in CIS. I'd rather have my Blink Dagger than Force to save my core.
Well, let's get the charge out. Not enough slows.
Oh,
Slayer. He
Lich
just
is dead.
dies to Noodle Creeps. Okay.
Yeah,
Not sure if that was planned or not. Meanwhile, speaking of dying, Iceberg gets the kill.
Iceberg
Only just.
again killing
What
his brother. And Cheshire Cat dies on top.
Ark is not done yet. He's going for... No, he doesn't. Oh, he's in trouble though. Tanks 2 tower shots. Bignum does not have another W though.
He's fine because always want to fly with port top, bring him some region, bring him all the items too. Oh my god, he doesn't have slots for all of this. Yeah.
Sleep Fonio with mangoes.
Dire's middle tower
Don't care
is
about
under
you
attack.
and your mana.
Radiant's middle tower
Yeah,
is
Arc
under
getting a
attack.
solo kill on top lane, Iceberg getting a solo kill on mid lane, Iceberg that's already dominating the mid lane as it is in CS. On the bottom lane, Lich suicides. This is just a great performance in the laning stage by FlyToMoon once again.
Flo already with the soul rings, you can always threaten the spear. Not necessarily against Skitter if he always has rage fall back on, like it's fast enough, but what does the Spirit Breaker do in this lane? Like you can't really just go into
Yeah,
right
that's
big
the thing.
battles.
Like Spirit Breaker plus Nyx, they don't really look to.
Yeah.
They don't sound to be really strong, and yeah, Spirit Breaker can help with the bullying, right? He has the stun, he has the stout shield, a lot of armor, he can fight them, but he's a beefy boy, but he doesn't zone them really well. He's way too slow for that.
Especially with the Lich. The more levels he gets, the more dangerous it also becomes for a Spirit Breaker, because he might be tanky, but if he gets speared to a tree with the 2 points up on Frost Blast and whatnot,
Yeah,
so you gotta be very
definitely.
careful on that
Radiant
front too, I feel
structures
like.
are fortified.
But let's see the bounty rune fight. On the bottom lane, there's Black Archangel scouting them, thinking about it, but he's just gonna get speared, isn't he? No?
Well, he's charging, but he's charging very slowly. Skitter making his way to the other side. Now he gets speared to the tree, and that's exactly what I was talking about.
Worth it though. They take one bounty. Black Archangel, he does die, but he secures the other bounty for Skitter. And honestly, losing your position 5 for one bounty at this point in the game, I think that's alright. I'd take that trade. I'd do that. I don't blame him, yeah. It's alright.
Especially since they get both up top, so it makes it into a 3-for-1 exchange. Speaking of exchanging, Arc is having to try and deal with the Rubik, but so far so good. Not a whole lot that the Omni Knight can provide in the way of helping them chase
Yeah.
people down.
I think it's Omni Knight is a little bit superior to the Lich, but very similar, you know, way they lane as supports. When they're position 5, that is. They can't really do a whole lot. They're just there to annoy, to bully, to try and help their carry as much as possible. But Omni Knight, he has Heavenly's Grace, he has the heal. So he's a little bit better there. While Bara is just pure aggression, you know. Spirit Breaker is just pure aggression and fight.
The Lich as well, though, like especially with the Frost Blast, can fulfill that more aggressive role, because that's a pretty hefty slow attached to that as well. 30% movement slow for 4 seconds. Pretty strong in the early
Rubik
game.
hasted, thinking about going mid, but goes top instead.
Speaking of mids, so Pikachu kind of losing 25 and 2. Also
Yeah,
one
versus
death on the solo
37.
line. Meanwhile,
And he died. He's losing hard.
Yeah.
When you check the net worth, you see it. Pugna has 40 CS and 2.8k, 800 more than OD. That's a full item, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly that they're gonna look to try and exploit sooner or later. Is Arc
Yeah.
getting enough up top here though? I mean, he's getting last hits, but Joshua Cat not too far behind.
He's alright. I think this Slark is a hero that will recover. They are trying to pressure him as much as possible right now, as you see.
Swashbuckle is available here. They actually do see him. Arc's super freaking low. No, let's look just yet. So this is the perfect timing, but does have some help. Always want to fly rotating in, and now Cheshire Cat might actually be the one in trouble. Does find his way across the tree line though with the shield crash. That was the
He
last.
joked. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the last chance that you maybe would have had, because Arc now he is level 6. We should always
Yeah,
stay with
that
max health points.
swashbuckle was very unfortunate for them. I think they could have killed him with it, but now that he's 6, suddenly this lane is very difficult. You can't just harass him and then dive him. He's just going to regen up every single time, so it did just get significantly harder. Mid lane Lich is rotating in a bit,
They did
just
see
saying
him.
hi to the OD. Also is charged, so they might turn on him, unless OD dies first.
He's baiting it out a little bit, maybe too much. Pikachu still had the stick charge. Slayer unable to finish the job. Pikachu can't really be too aggressive. Iceberg still posturing, so Slayer will be safe. Oh, what?
Oh, always
Always
wanna
wanna
fly.
He's panicking a little bit here. He'll die instead.
It was a really good smoke. That smoke is to confuse the enemy, you know.
It's certainly confused.
Yeah,
confused me.
sadly it doesn't really work.
Oh, the blast. Okay, just straight up kills him.
Just destroyed.
Easy.
That's crazy amount of damage. What happened there? I didn't think he'd die. He
Just
also had
walked
sticks
up.
to use.
Hey, you just walked up the crab blast. Flow. Oh, this is
Second
spear.
kill.
Oh, this on the fly. Right place, right time. That ult. Not enough damage.
Yeah. He survives. Meanwhile, you have an arcane rune, Pugna, destroying your mid lane. Like, how do you defend this? You need to bring heroes. You need to bring more. And they're porting in the OD. I guess that will be enough with the charge. But they can't catch him.
He's a fast
They
little
cancel the charge as well, yeah.
child.
384 movement speed with brown boots. That's quite a lot.
Still wants his tower though, like 2 more blasts, and that should be done.
Yeah, he wants the tower and to protect the nether ward as well. But oh, he misses the deny. He did not attack it, sadly.
That's not a lot of gold, right? It's like what, 20?
It's like 1,000 gold and 5 levels of experience.
I'm sure that's not correct, but hey, here we go again. The crab 5
Google
blast,
it, guy.
a little bit late. The charge coming in from the side again into the backlands of the Iceberg Slayer. Kind of low, kept for later here with the imprisonment. I want to try and focus on him first. Want a couple more right clicks to the trick, but the Iceberg ain't been healing him up. Pikachu needs another hit, or perhaps another W, but he cannot to get in range. Flow also showing up. No arena, but the spear. Potentially dangerous here. Pangoli. Okay, jumps out of the way.
Radiant
Jumps over the spear. Surfs on that spear to the high ground. Yeah, but overall, they are defending this tier 1. I think it's really important. These moves that they're making and committing these many heroes. Like at first, yeah, Slark is getting a lot of farm because of that. You're committing too many heroes to the mid lane. But then again, you aren't losing this tier 1. And you have to keep it alive as long as possible. Because once it's dead, this Pugna will just start rotating across the map and doing the same thing elsewhere. And then your Nikes will suffer, your Pango as well. So, usually, the plan of the game versus Pugna is defend that first tower for as long as possible. Everything after the first tower is significantly harder.
Well, still in mid. Tier 1 still standing. Needs, again, 2 more blasts. Pikachu looking to try and prevent that. Everyone else just went back to the lanes, but now the spear on the lifestealer. A bit of damage here, especially with the Chain Frost also being thrown out. No way to defend against that one.
Didn't he have Infest? I think he wanted to go into the cart here, right?
I think it was on range.
Yeah. Now Pugna took mid lane. He's going instantly to help his allies out to that bottom tier 1, where Nyx has just fallen, and this tier 1 should be very easily taken by them, because these heroes, when you look at them, they don't really do anything at the moment. They're useless.
Well, they're feeding. That's what they're doing. There's a blast on the Rubik. Black Archangel trying to make his way out of there.
But seriously, look at Radiant's team. Like, how many spells do they have that actually deal damage right now? They have Fade Bolt and Swashbuckle, but those Swashbuckles did not connect at all in the recent fights. And Omni Knight is more than capable at just
tower is under attack.
He has 2
sustaining them
buttons.
through
He's
that
pressing
damage,
them.
yeah.
And
Just use purification and sustain them, sustain his team through that.
Is under attack.
They need to delay this game as long as possible right now, I believe. Уважение, Hope. They need to just play the long con. They've lost the laning stage. All their cores are behind. Their carries behind the enemy offlaner. Your OD is just getting that force, I believe. Next, you need to wait. You need time.
Midas online on Skiller right now. Not the fastest timing I've ever seen.
Definitely not. He has phases at least with it, so it's not a naked Midas like with brown boots or without boots. Slark top lane catches Cheshire Cat, but Cheshire Cat just jumps away with shield crash, should be fine.
I mean, he's had his Midas going for a long time. It's like 1,000 gold on top of everything.
Yeah, like
Leave.
that's the difference.
Yeah.
Your Slark is 6k net worth, Nikes is 4.6k. Not really greatest Nikes or OD performance so far, but it's all about their whole team composition, and this is it. Pugna took bottom, took mid. Now he sees the tower top and he's like, yeah, let's go.
I want that. Cheshire Cat.
Radiant's top
Blast.
tower is under
Nuke.
attack.
I guess.
He just disappeared. Alright, that's the way it goes. I mean, maxed out. Another blast, max up the Crab 5, and another charger on Iceberg. There's a DD rune to work with too, so Black Archangel better be running. That blast does connect in the end, not quite enough to kill it off by himself. Meanwhile, though, that's the
Rubik does
FlyToMoon
die on the
finishing
left
Rubik.
side. Yeah. Arc. Dota just got him, and Arc has drums now as well. This is a very straightforward build by the Slark. A build that will allow him to just run around early on. No diffusal, nothing like that. Just phase boots, Midas drums, fight early on,
Strong enough
pressure
to
them.
fight just with their spells. Like, they can easily bring down towers. And
No, this is the issue. Like when I see Wojenia, oh, okay,
dropped
that's a
immediately
good start.
here. W already on the Slark, so he is alive. Nice little charge to roll through, trying to stun them out. But where's the damage? A little bit over on Always Wanna Fly, but Omni Knight's still alive. Black Archangel, maybe not so much. Not for
They're unstoppable.
not at the moment anyway. Arc
This is Gabe Newell.
running around, needs to use some minus, and he does indeed. And, no, just reset. Keep walking away at the tower.
Radiant's top tower is
They
under
just
attack.
they have no damage.
Yeah.
Like you can't fight them. How do you fight them? Like the start with Yodi made some sense. Yodi starts up, leeches all their mana. After their mana is gone, you perhaps fight them because you're on even terms. You don't have spells, but they have no mana to use theirs. Like the draft is
They
like
can-
this is a kind of a draft that I would say, like after seeing it played out, I would be like, I wouldn't draft this to my worst enemy, you know, like if I was playing versus a team, 5th game of TI, like I would still be like, this is too bad, I can't draft this for you guys.
Well, but I mean, they're taking good advantage of it too. I mean, Flo kind of wasting the ult a little bit. Maybe find someone in there, but hey, I mean, they're playing on the Radiant side of the map. They're just taking control over the side jungle. The only one who's farming is Skid on the other side, and he's getting closer to the armor. So maybe that's a point where you can join the rest of the team. Maybe try and charge somebody
he's
with the
gonna
light
have
on the
to.
side. Try and blow somebody out. That's the only way to really approach
Yeah.
this. And why is
Look
that
at this
time
mid
for
lane.
me? This is no problem here. Wagner seems
There we go.
pretty tanky. I mean, he lives quite a long time considering there's 4 people trying to bring him down, but this time without Always Want to Fly around, he does end up going down. Big killing spree going away with Pikachu.
Yeah, that's a great kill.
Not over yet, the spear missing though, so that's
Oh
still
my god.
It's,
Tower is under
Lag.
yeah.
Sorry guys, I lagged.
My mouse ate my keyboard, I'm sorry.
attack. Dire's bottom tower
Yeah,
is
my
under
cat
attack.
pulled my
Can't
cable
pull
or
it,
something.
yeah. But they're still on the hunt. Bignum can be right clicked down by Arc, more likely. He stole the life train though. Flo! A nice little setup at least for Cheshire Cat.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yep,
attack.
I mean that's a great way to play this game from Virginia Hope, considering just what they were playing with. No network on their cores, they still make some stuff happen. Well, Iceberg just went YOLO, he wanted to get the solo kill.
He is in trouble, or is he? Forced off just delivered, literally, but this bounce missing.
Dire's bottom tower
A few slows, but yeah,
Sinister
gonna have
Gaze,
to dive the
perhaps?
tower. There's a TP coming through. Arc out of mana. Has a Q, has a Heavenly Grace, so they bring down Pikachu. Now on to the next one. Why the hell not? Another Frost Shield. Heavenly Grace. Black Angel can be right clicked down. Always want to fly, gotta be a bit careful, but Slayer still gets an ultimate out. It bounces a little bit further here as Cheshire Cat shows up, gets an ultimate rolling. Quite literally here, now Skidder with the armor. He needs to finish this defensively to rapidify, but the ult to finish him off from the defense bomb. But
Skitter.
Skidder, no rage, no life. And now it's only Cheshire Cat inside the arena. Bounce around a little bit, another
That's a
blast.
wipe.
Blast him into the afterlife.
Iceberg
Yikes.
showing up after feeding on that mid lane. He shows up on the bottom, gets a triple, baby. Also, OD had to use that force. He was taking too much damage. He uses it before the pounce. Pounce still does not connect on him. He manages to get out, but they get baited into fighting under the tier 2, thinking, all right, guys, Pagna is dead. We can definitely take this fight. And it looked like they were diving really hard, but it still didn't matter. They're 5k ahead, 17 minutes in. And their heroes, it's not only that they're 5k ahead, it's the fact that their heroes just deal damage.
Yeah.
And Vojenia's heroes, they deal damage only if Rubik steals a good spell. That's it. Like, the rest of them are pretty damn useless at the moment. They need a lot of items. Even the armlet on Nyx isn't enough. Now they might be scouted
Constantly
and
on
found
the hunt.
again.
Gotta go fast. Don't quite see them. It is nighttime, so not a lot of vision, but they do see Cheshire
Clark
Cat.
sees them.
Slark sees them for sure. Yeah. Now, going forward, pick them in front. Yeah. Oh, wow. He's very dead. Cheshire Cat does get the ultimate out.
Dire's top
He's gonna have to roll his way out of that with the TP. Very well done indeed. So, 5 months of rotation, only getting a support. That's kind of the best thing that you could hope for at this point.
Yeah, definitely good for them. They only lost the Rubik. Yet again, they didn't manage to pressure this top tower, which pretty much means that this lane is going to be outpushed yet again, and the map control and the lane control just isn't there for Mr. Black Archangel as he feeds on mid lane once again. This Pugna is just way too strong. Dagon level 2 already with Aturlance.
He's cutting to 1200 HP in a blink of an eye with that.
Yeah.
Full
Radiant's
combo.
top tower is under attack. Dyer's
Now,
bottom
cutting to
tower
the
is
next
under
tower
attack.
as
Radiant's
well.
tower
Top
is
tier
fallen.
2, taken care of by his teammates. Oh god. FPS is going down for some stupid reason.
Nyx is being counted by Arc.
Dyer's
Should be fine just to TP
Oh,
away,
there's
but
the
he's
arena.
going to fight them.
This be a Pangle here, so no roll or anything. Black Archangel trying to deal with this ward, and they do, but what the hell is Skill doing there?
He had Armaton sticks, but he got Sinister Gazed, so he died.
No. No rage, no die, it's just a very narrow timing window. Big enough. Oh, it's a car inside the front.
Oh, that's Bignum, is it?
It is, yeah.
Radiant's middle
Oh,
tower
alright. Why do I have him as LOL?
I know.
Oh, it is
like,
Bignum.
Yeah,
I know.
He's tagged up to LOL, but he's been like that for a while, so
Radiant's middle
finally got
tower
it in my head
is
that it is
fallen.
actually Big Nim hiding behind there. GG is called. They don't want to play this game anymore.
Yeah, it's GG,
Unfortunately,
the
it's
series is done.
4-22 and not 3-22, so they could have done it a little bit better. On the side of Unique, but we can't have everything. A very fast game, and
Who is
Both-
SL Shaggy? Why do you say GG in a game such as this one?
it's the admin.
He's an admin. Why does he do that? As an admin, he brings shames to one team. Oh my god, like, I wouldn't do that. For
Well,
real, though.
I think my game froze, so I see FlyToMoon Victor. Ah, there we go. Can I get stats? Hello? I guess now we have a black screen. I will restart Dota. Lizard, you can talk about the series because in both
Yeah, the
games it kinda
series
seemed like
was
it
great. FlyToMoon looked really strong, much stronger than the other team. They destroyed them. Yeah, pretty much because of the drafts. In the second game, definitely.
Yeah.
First game, alright, it could have went either way. They got outplayed, but the second game, the draft of FlyToMoon was just way too superior for the younger boys to do anything about it. And FlyToMoon just takes a quick 2-0, 15 minutes in total gameplay. So yeah, are we going into the next game instantly after, or are we waiting?
That is a good question. I will try and find that out. According to the schedule, we'll still have 1.5 hours because the series was rather fast. I'll check with the admins. I'll let you know. I'll also let the guys in Twitch chat know. So do stick around because we're going to see Unique again up against Wind and Rain as our next best of 3. So don't go too far away.
Radiant victory.
LOOT.BET. Made for live betting.